Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and I have the Dreame AirPursue Air Purifier. This is Dreame's model PM20 Purifier. The EnviroTech technology tracks your movements in real time and automatically adjusts and controls the air outlet according to your position. Check this out. So I'm going to stand in front of it so it registers me. And it has a remote for easy operation. I want you to check out how this works. It's going to see my body and it's going to move with me. So therefore, the airflow comes at me, so I'm breathing the freshest air possible. See, it's finding me. It's moving towards me. And besides the remote, it also runs with an app with tons of great features on the app. Let me show you how this works. The Dreame AirPursue Air Purifier has an auto airflow speed that's adjusted automatically based on the air quality. Right now in the room, the air quality is perfect. You can't even hear the air purifier on. It's so silent. And that's because the target air quality has been reached. The airflow speed is at its lowest level. Well, now check this out. I'm going to put on pet mode. Right now, you just press a button on the app and watch this. Look at the ribbons. The ribbons on my Dreame AirPursue Air Purifier model PM20 go up. We can see the airflow. And this is a great mode to have it in. If your cat's shedding a lot, Mau sheds a lot. The hairs go everywhere and she's got pet dander. But it's so great to know that I can pet her and play with her and hold her while my air is getting cleaned. If you have someone in your household that's sensitive to pets, this is the most amazing air purifier. It doesn't matter how much your little kitty cat or puppy dog is shedding. The Dreame Air Purifier is great. So you don't have to worry about the allergens and the dander. It's going to clean the air for people in your household that might be more sensitive and may not be able to be this cuddly with the pet like I am. It's great to be able to share a household of clean air, even though some people are sensitive to pet hair and pet dander. Time for Mau Kitty Cat's nap. And time for the air to get cleaned. I've got a decibel reader here. On a normal talking voice, it's in the 80 range. When the room has purely clear air and it's at its lowest setting, there is no sound coming out of it. The fan level is at 1 and the decibel readings are 0. Now this is at level 2. I can barely hear it, but it does have a decibel reading of 30 decibels. And at level 3, up to 36 decibels. So even at meeting with me talking normally, there is no registered noise that I hear much. A 30 decibel is so low, you barely hear it. It's so easy to have conversations, to watch your television, to do whatever you're doing comfortably in your home without it being annoying. It's a very low noise machine. And here it is up at level 6. It's still only in the range of 50 decibels. And let's turn it on to level 10. Now look at the decibel reader. At the highest level, it is only 61 decibels. So even at its most powerful level, it's easy to have conversations in the room and watch television with only 62 decibels of its loudness happening. And here I am talking over it with my loud voice and it going on at highest speed. Isn't that great? That's a very low decibel for as much power and output. You can see the ribbons on it blowing everywhere. That shows you of how this airflow is happening. So you know it's bringing in and pushing out air in its highest capacity. This is terrific because if you had an inflection of pollution into your home, let's say there's wildfires in your area, this is going to be able to clean your air fast, even in the worst of situations. And in pet mode, one of its strongest modes, it's still registering under 62 decibels. It's in the high 50s range. That means it's not going to distract you when you have it at those high levels. You'll still be able to watch TV, play with your cat, talk to your children without this being noise dominating in your room. Now let's take a look at some of my air quality levels. You can start that by hitting the information switch right next to the power button right here. PM1 stands for particulate matter up to 1 micron in size. When it's green, you're in excellent air quality. And by pressing this button, You can go through 5 other different air quality tools. It's very technical, but maybe you're interested in that and you want to know. And at the highest range, it can measure particles that are very large in size, up to 10 microns in size. That's for dust, mold, and pollens. It's amazing how it can read the air quality within your home right from this front display. And what I really like is the TVOC measurement as well. Those are odors and emissions like from paint, turpentine, other pollutants in the air. This is state of the art to measure your air quality. I'm an oil painter, so the solvents in the air are very bad for my health. I want to have my air cleaned in my art studio at all times, and now I can see how bad the air was to begin with when I start the machine. It's quite a warning system if you want to use it this way. And check this out. By pressing it again, I got to the formaldehyde reading. Now, this is often emitted from your new carpet, your new painting on the wall, and as well when you get brand new furniture. They often will emit these types of toxins into your air. In the past few years, we've been getting reports of how toxic new things to your household might be. So with the Dreame AirPursue, you now can have a reading of what that is doing within your home air breathing environment. What an amazing feature and so important for your household, because it precisely measures tiny particles up to a molecular level in your air, including noxious gases. You sure don't want to make your family sick unknowingly because you got a new couch or new carpeting. You need that air cleaned. And besides hitting the machine, I could have gone through all those measurements by this button on the remote. And check this out. It has a quick heat up feature. I just press a heating function on the remote for 3 seconds. You get fast heating when needed. So all the air coming out is warm and cozy, which makes this so wonderful for winter. The warm air comes through all of these vents here. You can see my hair blow with really warm, humid air. It feels so good and cozy. And this makes a big difference because other air purifiers are going to be blowing out cold air in the wintertime. It's nice to have this near you with the warm air. Your personal air purifier and warm air. And with the 4-layer filtration system it has, that means this housing is going to block debris, hair, and larger particles, which is protecting the filters inside and extends the life of the HEPA filter inside. This magnetic housing on the outside is what does that. It's amazingly well designed. Let me take this off for you to see. The exterior is blocking the large particles like hair and big clumps of debris. And this filter is capturing the allergens like coronavirus and dust down to 0.3 microns in diameter. And inside here is a carbon layer right here that I'm touching. That's the formaldehyde and other harmful volatile gases, with even more filtration in the machine. The filtration system is such a key feature of the Dreame AirPursue PM20 purifier. It also has a powerful high-energy UVC light and Plasma Nova technology that is purifying air by destroying the DNA of microbial cells and releasing ions, while killing viruses, bacteria, and bad odors. It has dual elimination technology with that. Inside, there's a UVC ultraviolet photodomain system, and that's what Plasma Nova technology is. It's a light within it that's destroying the DNA of those microbial cells and killing those viruses and bacteria. So not only do you get the filtration system, but you get the dual technology of the light, the UVC light inside, that's killing all those bad things within the air that it then pushes out, that's purified for you and your family. And let me show you how easy it is to move around. The wheels on the bottom make it spinnable. Here I am in my kitchen showing you on this floor how maneuverable it is, which makes it great to haul from one room to the other, your Dreame AirPursue PM20 purifier. And the wheels are hidden on the bottom. You don't even see those wheels, but they're there. They're not ugly because they're hidden. It moves so smoothly without straining you or your arms. It moves around 360 degrees all around operation. And here I am trolling around with it like it's a dance partner, and I'm pretending to be the ballerina. Here I've moved it into one of my bedrooms. Bedrooms are especially important to have an air purifier, and the Dreame AirPursue is the perfect one because it will attack the pollens coming in from the outside window that can get into your bedroom. So if you have someone in your family that has allergies, the Dreame AirPursue PM20 is perfect to have always in a bedroom. And the way it swivels around will direct the cleanest of air right to the person that's breathing the air. So if a breeze were to come and blow all the pollen from the outside in, your Dreame AirPursue is designed to filter out those allergens. It's ideal to take out the air pollutants, the particulate matter that's emitted from the outside. Here I am cleaning the screen. We see a lot of matter that got caught on the screen as the first filter. Well, the rest of it got into my room. I live by the beach. I get a lot of mold that enters, and any mold that forms inside my house just because of my beachy, foggy style of climate will be filtered out so I won't breathe the mold. And when mold first forms, you don't even see it, but you could be breathing it and sleeping with it. The Dreame AirPursue is great to keep in every bedroom. I also like having a Dreame AirPursue in my kitchen. I can just wheel it in there when I'm cooking. Cooking can cause a lot of odors. So for odors and smoke, it's great that I can wheel my Dreame AirPursue right into the kitchen. Now here's my kitchen with clean air. The air purifier has been on, and I'm seeing that my Dreame AirPursue is showing excellent air quality. Now check this out as I add smoke. See the smoke? It's being sucked up by the Dreame AirPursue right into the vents. It is drafting the smoke straight from the smoker and instantly eliminating the smoke. Now let's check out the app while this is happening. Now look how fast, with that smoke going, it's changing from excellent to good to poor. That happened immediately as I'm using my smoker. As it filters that smoke, it changes and registers all the air pollutants immediately in real time. Look at these numbers as they're going down, and look how quickly the poor came up on the graph to that high level. And I'm pressing many measurements for the air pollutants. The particulate matter, PM1 to PM2.5, and I'm going down the line all the way to the formaldehyde. The smoker registered some formaldehyde. That's interesting. I had used purchased wood chips. Interesting. Now here we have the display of the Dreame AirPursue, and right on the display we can see the polluted air. We can see the readings right away. I want you to see that. That's interesting. You don't even need to have your phone open to start getting readings and to see what your air quality is. I'm pressing the button on the machine to get through all the modes on the display, and that's what you're seeing here. This is the level of the Dreame AirPursue's exactness in the measurements it's taking. Many of you watching this video are technical and appreciate these tech facts, but just the color coding is good enough for most households and for me to know. If it's red, that means it's poor air quality. I want to get to the green. You don't have to be a scientist, but you can appreciate the science involved with how the Dreame AirPursue has a great display on the front of it and incredible information within the app. Now this demonstration had smoke the whole time, so I could show you all these readings, but very quickly the air quality got to good from handling all that smoke. I wanted to show you how the heater can even heat a room. I have a really large living room. I started at a temperature of 57 degrees. Let me show you in a time lapse of how the temperature in the room went up. This is not a portable heater, but I just wanted to make the point, with an heating element, you're not going to be blowing cold air on you as it's facing you, producing air to your face that you're breathing. I personally don't like cold air hitting my face. Warm air for me makes me feel better, and it's easier to breathe in rather than cold air. So you can decide to use the heating function if you want to. Because in many households, the person that wants it the coolest wins. Well, putting your Dreame AirPursue towards you with the warm setting on gives you air you like at your temperature you prefer. So over some time, I got the air in this room to be 73 degrees. It's not a fast heater, and it's not recommended for heating rooms, but I like warm air where I'm sitting, and so does my cat. 73 degrees is my target zone. And just for fun, I went all the way up to 78 degrees, and let me show you what that looks like on the app. you can see it's registering 78.8 degrees with excellent air quality. And my outside temp in Santa Barbara on this day is 64 degrees. Well, that's warm enough for me. I'm sliding the temperature down so it does not need to add heat anymore. My room cooled down very quickly after I turned down the temperature, and all is well for my cat's nap and for me to breathe excellent air quality with my Dreame AirPursue PM20. When you order your Dreame AirPursue, it comes right to your door. It's packed in a big box, and I brought it from my door to my kitchen floor. I took off the cardboard box, and here's what the box looks like. On every side, I wanted to show you how nice the box is designed. This would make a great gift. On top of the box, they even give you unboxing directions, and there's even handles at the bottom to make lifting it easy. So you open the inserts on the bottom of the box all around and on the top, and you just lift the box up and off. And after you remove the top box, there are other packaging materials. It's designed so that nothing gets damaged during shipping. Right on top, it says wonderful packet, which is the instructions, and I'm removing every layer of the packaging, and the unit itself is wrapped in plastic, so it won't get scratched during shipping. You just cut off the top. Off it goes. And here is the Dreame AirPursue unit itself. Here's a shot of it from bottom to top. I love this neutral metallic tone. Here's a close-up of the bottom canister with the scan code right on it, which makes downloading the app very easy. And off to the side, here is a compartment. I'm going to open that to show you the layers of filters it has. Here is the first layer of filter. After removing the magnetic housing, you can just grab the handle of this high efficiency composite filter to pull it out of the machine. I'm going to show you the front and the back. There's another one in the back. That's going to come out too. And even into the core is another filter. I'm pointing it out here. Now this is the filter with the carbon layer. That's the black filter inside. It has another tag that you can pull to take that out. And that's replaceable. You're able to order that easily from Dreame. Here I am showing you all sides of the first layer of filtering and also of the carbon filter within. And when you replace it, you'll just snap it right back in like that. Now both the front and the back have the 4-layer filtration system. You'll only need to change these filters every 2 years. Here I am putting the filter right back in. Here's the side of it. We can see both filters in there. And here I am putting the magnetic housing back on. And I'm pointing out where the remote goes. So with both the front and the back magnetic housing that just quickly snapped in magnetically, we can see the scan code as well. Now here's a close-up of the upper head of the Dreame AirPursue. In the black grooves, that's the upper air outlet. And it also has a PTC heating module within inside of that as well. It's a circular design and it goes all around the top portion of your Dreame AirPursue for maximum airflow. Here is the package where you will find inside your owner's manual, a special fabric to clean the face of your Dreame AirPursue, and as well the remote control. Here's a close-up of the remote control with the power button, and then here's the pet mode and airflow direction. That controls the airflow direction oscillation. It has 4 levels, off 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and 180 degrees. Here's the purification level switch. Here's the airflow speed. Here's the heating function and the timer. Here's also a cooling function. And you press that on when you want to exit the heating function. Then it's just the air temperature of the room. There's also an airflow, temperature, and timer switch button and an information switch. And here's the back of it. Here's a close-up of the cleaning cloth. And here is a manual. Let me flip through that so you can see how easy it is to read and how wonderfully it's illustrated. It's so easy to understand it with their great illustrations. There's also some interesting information on how to evaluate air pollution within the air you're breathing. That was interesting and important information about indoor air pollution that you can know of with the measurements the Dreame AirPursue takes. Much of this information I had not known before. What a great user manual. I put the whole Dreame AirPursue PM20 right on my kitchen counter so you could see it. Here I'm going from the bottom all the way to the top. It's a beautiful unit. And here I am putting the remote that magnetically adheres to the unit. Buttons touching the unit for a sleek look. For manual use, you can just press the buttons on the front. Here's a close-up as I have the Dreame AirPursue move from one way to the next. It looks very modern. I wanted you to see the front display and how that's curved. I'm going to bring it back so you can see that. It's not a flat surface. It's slightly curved like a globe. And that's going to direct the air as it follows your movements to give you the freshest air no matter where you are in a room. Let's download the app. I took my iPhone. It brought me right to the Dreame Home app. Within the app, it'll tell you to power on the unit, which I did. It's a 2-prong North American USA outlet, 120 volts. I chose my device, and with a few more screens, it connected to my Wi-Fi, and success. There's a few screens you go through in this process. And after you plug it in, it's going to pair with your network. We see on the display the green Wi-Fi icon. It walks you through step by step. It takes about 5 minutes to do this process. I found it very easy to connect. Came right up with my device, and quickly it got right into the app. I was able to select my city to see what the outside air quality was in my city. That was fantastic and fascinating. And immediately comes on the air quality, the temperature of my actual room, and the humidity. I found it very interesting that it was reading already my internal air quality. And to set to Fahrenheit, you just go right into the settings and choose that. It tells you your filter life right on the app. There's no guessing involved. The average filter life is 2 years, and that was great to see right on the app, and to know that I could buy it right through the app in 2 years. There's timer settings. There's also a human sensor setting. So if you don't want it to move in the room and just to work and not to follow a person around, you don't have to have that on. You can turn that off. Here I am turning it on. It also has voice settings. It's a smart air purifier, and there are 3 automatic settings. One is auto AI, one for pet, one for comfort, because some households don't have pet, and maybe you just want automatic AI to govern how it works in your household, which is its default setting. Here's the different speed settings, and here's the different temperatures, so you can warm up the room if you want to, all the way to 104 degrees. Below that are the oscillation settings, and just by looking at the app, you will see how far the band is of how it's going to move when it oscillates, all the way up to 180 degrees. That's the full range. And there's auto. You save your settings. Here's a close-up of reading on the app your interior air. Mine's reading excellent at 75 degrees. It's kind of warm in my house today. It's summer. Besides keeping your air clean for children that might be allergy prone or seniors, you might want to get this for your parents and for older family members and friends. It's going to help against fur dander, kitty cat, dog dander, dust mites, and even odors that might come from outside environments or inside environments like cooking odors. Frying fish, for example, to make your house relaxing, beautiful air you're breathing without odor, and that's clean for you and your family. This is the latest technology in air purifying technology by Dreame. This is the Dreame AirPursue, latest for the best in air purifiers. Click the link below to get yours. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is for the most needed recipe in the whole wide world: clean air for you and your family to breathe. If you like this video, here's more over there, including my kitchen recipes. I hope you find some you like. Just click